Hey guys, it's been too long, oh my gosh. Welcome back to Cyber Monday! It's been a long time since I posted to this channel and I'm so sorry for that. During that time I started posting longer videos to my main channel. I moved and I picked up a few other side projects along the way, so I just got really carried away. With that being said, I have been consuming so much anime and manga that has been making me so excited that I needed to get on here and talk about it. I also want to do some different stuff on here too, so hopefully that'll be soon. Anyway, the reason I am here today is to tell you guys about an anime that I have been so obsessed with recently. It's called Yakuza Fiance. Let's get right into it. I've got my gamer subs ready for today. Today's flavor is strawberries and cream. You can go ahead and get yourself some with code RAVENGG for 10% off, and maybe even get yourself a cute waifu cup while you're at it. So Yakuza Fiance. It's about our main girl, Yoshino Some. She is the beautiful granddaughter of the head of the Some, which is a crime organization under the Kirigaya, which is the largest Yakuza group in all of the Kansai region. She and her grandfather lived together in Osaka, or at least she did, until her grandfather thought it was a great idea to come up with an arranged engagement. He cooked up this whole plan, baby, and she literally found out about it from a newspaper. So she busts right in and she's like, what the f is this? And he's like, oh, well, they wouldn't have said it if it's not true, right? Brother, what? He's like, it was me, I told them. She is to be engaged to Kirishima Miyama. He is the son of the Fukuyama family, which is another Yakuza group in Tokyo. And he's like, yep, you're engaged to him now, and he's handsome, don't even worry about it. So go ahead and pack your bags. She's like, not much I can do about it. So she starts packing her bags and she heads out to Tokyo. But she's still in high school, so she needs to transfer schools, which, like, if you've ever moved in the middle of high school, you know how rough that can be. And she even has like a different accent and everything. And immediately she just has a rough time adjusting. She's kind of a pushover. She's not very confrontational, but literally on her first day of school, she starts getting bullied by these girls who are mad because she pulled up to school with Kirishima. They're like, what, are you his girlfriend? And she's like, no, but I am supposed to be engaged to him. And they just start bullying the fuck out of her. Because apparently Kirishima is the hottest guy in school. And by the way, let's talk about Kirishima Miyama. He's... Okay, so I get why the girls at school like him. Outwardly, he's so polite. He's always smiling. He keeps to himself and he's cute, right? And everybody already knows that he comes from a Yakuza family, so he's got like this mysterious bad boy side. But I mean, they're not like afraid of him or anything. Because I mean, it's not like he's gonna hurt somebody at school, right? Right? Even Yoshino remarks about how, like, despite this whole weird engagement thing, he's being pretty chill about it. Like, he's actually a pretty cool guy. She literally says he's a normal, nice person. Yeah, no, totally. But of course, if that were the case, we wouldn't really be talking about him, would we? So in the very little time that she's been in Tokyo, she starts to see little flashes of different sides of him. Little flickers of things here and there while they're at school. Until after their first day of school, Yoshino's like, hey, like, I need to go get some necessities. Can we go shopping after school? And he's like, yeah, baby, I got you. We can go shopping. But Yoshino's a self-sufficient girl. So they're at the shop and she's like, oh crap, I don't have enough cash. So she's like, excuse me, runs out, goes to an ATM. And as she's walking around looking for the ATM, boom, in comes a man. No, scratch that. 3 men, and they're drunk and they're creepy and they start hitting on her until they end up in a spooky alleyway, because of course they do. And she's cornered until suddenly Kirishima comes around and he's like, hey, that's my girl. And I mean, he starts beating the out of these guys, okay? I'm talking like his whole body weight is going into this. He absolutely lays out these grown-ass men. And Yoshino's just standing there like, whoa, buddy, chill, my guy. Like, maybe don't murder them. And he just looks up at her and smiles. And he's like, oh, don't worry, just a little bit longer. After he's done absolutely rearranging this man's face, they're starting to walk away and she's like, oh, hey, like, you got blood all over you. And he's like, oh yeah, you're right. Starts taking off his hoodie, and of course his shirt like comes up with it, exposing his muscles. But Yoshino doesn't give a f about that because she's too busy staring at his massive tattoos. And he's like, oh, sorry about that. And he notices she's kind of like a little uncomfortable, and so he like goes to check on her and like maybe like tuck her hair behind her ear a little bit. And just as he's reaching out to do that, Yoshino slaps his hand away, and then she's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. As if she has anything to apologize for, by the way. And Kirishima just like completely drops the act. And he's like, all right, bitch, the only reason why I agreed to this arranged engagement is because I thought you were gonna be a rich, spoiled little brat. Brother, what? I was so ready for you to ruin my life, or at least keep me entertained for like a year, but you're just too boring. What? Oh, but it gets worse, it gets worse. This man opens his filthy mouth and he says, "You're hot, so why don't you sell your body and go make some money?" Oh, and he says it with a smile too. And he's like, "If you can't do that, then why don't you go ahead and go back to Osaka? Oh, and don't forget to tell them that I told you to do that. Maybe my life will be over. How exciting." This bro is a masochist. He's wild. So they go their separate ways and Yoshino's trying to figure out what to do. Mind you, she's literally living in a back house at his property. Like, she gets her own little setup, which is really nice because everybody else is like all men. She's like this 17-year-old girl. Thankfully, she has her own space. She's like trying to figure out what to do. She's still getting bullied at school. She's with this absolute weirdo. So she calls up her grandfather, the man who put her in this situation in the first place. And she's like, "Yeah, it's not really a great time over here." And he's like, "You know what you're gonna do, Yoshino? You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna tough it out and you're gonna make that man fall in love with you. And then you're gonna rip his heart out. That'll be the best revenge you could ever give him." And she's like, "All right, bet." 2 weeks go by and not a peep from Yoshino, and Kirishima's sitting there like, I guess I really got rid of her. Until bam, she comes back into class and she gets right up in his face and she's like, "Bitch, I didn't go back to Osaka. Remember when you told me to sell my body?" And she's like, "Bro, I did. I sold my kidney. You, I'm not going anywhere, so deal with it." She also points out the girls who've been bullying her too, and she's like, "You too." And immediately, Kirishima is in love. He's like clinging to her like, "Baby, I love you so much, don't leave me." And Yoshino's like trying to like get him off of her. Yoshino seems like the kind of girl that would have been totally fine with just a completely normal life. But now she has to babysit this freak. The worst part for me is that, guys, I hate this man so much. Like, that was all just in the first episode, by the way. I hate this man so much. I started reading the manga because I started really liking the anime. Like, every episode of the anime I'm watching, I'm really liking it, but at the same time, I'm also like, man, this guy, like, he needs to go play in traffic. But then I start really liking the anime, and I'm like, okay, I need to go read the manga because I need to know what happens. And unfortunately, the manga is making me start to like him. Not like him, but hate him less than I do. So yeah, it's just a weird thing where I'm just starting to hate him less and less, and I hate that, but honestly, it's giving Chuck Bass.
I'm Chuck Bass.
But if you guys watch this, you'll see as the show carries on, he definitely becomes more and more unhinged, and we kind of feel like we're just like along for the ride along with Yoshino, who, by the way, is like pretty badass. Like, my girl is kicking ass and she's literally just trying to survive all of Kirishima's antics. And she realizes how pretty unpredictable he can be, especially with his masochistic behavior. It really doesn't seem like he cares what happens to him. So it's hard to tell if he just does things without thinking or if he's like actually trying to get himself killed. And in the process, not really caring for what happens to Yoshino too. At least that's the way that it seems, because then it seems like he also cares about her, but it's like, I mean, come on, that could all be an act. And thank goodness for Yoshino not being so quick to fall in love. She hates this man too, because he may or may not have someone or multiple someones on the side. I hate this guy, dude. And he's not shy about it either. And he's like, "Don't you care if I have somebody on the side?" And she's like, "Bro, I don't give a what you do." She's literally like, "Just don't kill me, okay?" Because there are definitely some points, and this goes back to his like very unpredictable behavior, where Yoshino is like, "Okay, I really need to stay vigilant because this weirdo might try to kill me." And it becomes increasingly apparent that Kirishima is just hiding something. Like, he's always hiding his true intentions, and it's really hard to tell when something that he says matches the way that he actually feels, or if it's just all part of like a long game scheme. And as Yoshino starts to dig into his past, she starts seeing some rather troubling events from his childhood. So it's like, is he really this like devious guy who's only looking out for himself? Or is there a much deeper root cause to his strange behavior? I'm so excited to find out because, like I said, the manga is, it's not making me like him, it's just making him grow a little bit on me. I already have somebody that I would prefer that Yoshino is with, but I don't want to give too much away. All of season 1 is already out, so you can binge it. And at the time of this video posting, there are 8 volumes of the manga out. I have them all. I read a lot of them on the airplane. I even left one of them on the airplane and I had to get a new one. Somebody's out there enjoying the Yakuza Fiance. So what do you guys think? Are you gonna give it a watch? Please tell me if you start watching this and if you like it. I can't wait to hear what you guys think. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see where this show goes. I'm just so excited. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.